Good evening, everybody. Time is indeed an illusion. Michaela, it's okay. And we're just gonna drop back over here.
What in the world?
It's worth it.
Oh, I didn't expect to look over and see that. Oh god.
That's what we were waiting for, right?
Bruh, your tail.
I put it away, don't worry. I'm sitting on it. Alright. Chop my tail off? No. So lovingly crafted. How would I ever? Okay. It has been a hot minute. I vaguely remember what happened. But at the very least, for me, a personal milestone I met today, unrelated. Behold. It's so beautiful.
That's crazy.
All orange. I would have finished this yesterday, but I was so obnoxiously exhausted.
Now I need to do it.
You can do it at your own pace, like I
I'm,
did.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. You've been on your crafting grind recently, so.
I'm still on my crafting grind. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what I'm going to be doing while I'm waiting
Okay,
to join
yeah,
duties
recently.
with you.
Recently is still recently. But yes, this has been a long time coming. I don't know, I don't remember actually how long Dawn Trail's been out at this point, but it feels good to have this done.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah. Alright. Off we trot. Ah, you're Varixil of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them from the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Your PC died, what'd you miss? I didn't read. I will show it again when I'm done with this dialogue.
Yeah, you Spacey missed that part.
I didn't behead myself. It's fine. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can employ only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if this mission succeeds. Let's make sure it does. So, aside from that, this happened just before stream. I'm very happy with this.
You worked hard.
I did. Otsu, thank you, thank you. Alright, where am I? Okay. Zoom. Which means I have a super cool, very definitely not period appropriate mount. Another one, I should say. Ah. What's going on here? You're in the way. Was this always a duty? Maybe a bot? Maybe. See what happens here. Always been since Stormblood, I guess?
Oh, I know what this one is.
Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalto appear. Yes, sir. Logging in. See you soon. Oh, what is the meaning of this? Man, they allowed us to get real close with weapons. Wait, something's amiss. A double pincer. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Oh, good. Oh, I have no moves. I don't even have AoE.
I love that.
Is there a weak one of you? Okay, cool. Thankfully, they're ignoring me. And now we work in a spiral inward. Pressing buttons I don't have. Why are you running? Oh. Kilometers. No. Oh, shit. Dude, there's so many. This is the worst ambush ever.
Oh, the guy didn't look very bright. So.
Perhaps not. Damn, that healer working overtime. I don't have teleport yet. Okay. Trying to hit a threshold instead. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Eh. Who cast sleep on me?
I think one of the Amalja did.
It looked like a fire one. Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Am I in prison now?
So it would seem.
I fear the Amalja mean to give us their give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Oh, right there.
There it is.
All right. Okay. Brain too tired. All good. You know that Gleeby DB creature? Indeed you do. How are you doing, chat? The fear I saw when I was getting ready to queue and wasn't invited. Yeah. No. I just wanted to have it set. You're good? I'm glad. Oh, I forgot to put cutscenes back on. Oh well.
Unfortunate. No.
It's okay, we redo it. I'll just pretend like I watched it.
Oh shoot.
What?
I don't even have overall draw. That's fun.
Mm-mm. Look at all of my 4 available buttons.
Oh my god, I don't even have I forgot how far down this is.
Yeah. It's okay. We get to slap this for the archer, and then slap it again for my cutscene later. Oh, this must be a long cutscene.
Well,
It's okay, we get to do it again. It's a long boy and it's got important lore. Yeah, then we'll definitely have to redo it. Sorry. Or I can run all the way back to the Adventurers Guild.
it's up to you how you want to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a healer and a tank with you, it's not like the queue will take long.
No.
It's just whether or not you want to do the trial twice.
I don't mind doing it. It's not a long fight. Have a fun time. Thank you, Mishi. I guess while we're waiting, I can talk about how I'm not wearing, like, quote-unquote traditional ninja garb anymore. At least for right now, I feel I wanted to have more of a Persona 5 Joker vibe, but none of the coats that I have available kind of fit the bill of what I want. So this is about as close as I can get, but it's brown. Weather name is cool. Heat waves. We're not taking dot damage. Don't forget to move in case. I'm moving. I've been I've been wandering. Hang on. No. Bad prediction. That would have been cool. I tried to arm's length the Vulcan burst. And the Blue Mage eruption makes that animation look so much cooler. Okay, so we'll skip this and then rewatch it on redo. Give it a GG, and we're gone. I just realized we're probably gonna hit another cutscene in the middle of it. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Ready for round 2? Okay, just double checking. Okay. Sorry, Thancred, I got to replay history again. I wonder who didn't get to.
Oh, nice. You'll see.
Hearken to our plea, Lord of the Inferno. Deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Is it the day of Black Sun already? Mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. So they tied them up, and didn't tie me up. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. Traitors rewarded. Spare me, I beg you. No. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Mighty Ifrit, my one true god. You're interesting. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Built different, allegedly. Could it be your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that's the only explanation. Oh, right. Okay. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the goddess-blessed number. The paragons warn of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. That's cool. Oh. Did I take too long?
No, I think, Oh, well, there we go.
Round 2. So what was the thing I was supposed to see when I got in? Their name?
No, it was double ninja.
No. Alright. So maybe
The ninja
after
probably
eruption.
got impatient because they saw that you had your class job, so they figured you were past this.
I mean, it's fair. Forgot the mug. That's after eruption, I think. I'm gonna stay here.
Nice.
Oh, right, I get another gummy. I don't remember them floating to meet me. The mentor said enjoy MSQ. Friend of the stream, perhaps? I don't know. To be fair, I'm not enjoying it. Pray forgive my lateness. Alright, I have to do British accents again. Shit, how do I do this again? I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that? I know I'm unlocking it at a later level, but still. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. Into prison with you. And you. As for those two, it is bad. It is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Varix. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? I talk like that, damn it. This way, sir. Off we trot then, huh? Show me the... Oh, not who I thought. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings were nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. I don't know what she sounds like. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. Stinky man. Not untrue. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? I don't know, Vegeta. Tell me your plan. Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Alright, for real this time. Where's Ungust? Did I just put him inside? No. Ah, there you are, Varix. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods Ignominious. Ugh. How do I say this in normal? Ignominious. Ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use. To you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. But once a man is tempered... Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all of our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Varix. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Infilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to contribute something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax, and return to the waking sands, he said it, when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. May I request Scree head again? Right now? I also have to remember which number it is, so I'm just gonna be pressing buttons until you do. No. No. Good enough. I had a mnemonic for these. No. No. Oop. Definitely not that one. No one saw that, it's fine. It's tasteful. Actually, though, I forget what. No. No. I don't know what the other ones are. It's okay, Michaela. I know of the 3 most important ones. It's really funny, like, I set the commands myself, but I have zero memory of which ones they are. Just know that I'll have it memorized eventually, or I'll have it written on a sticky note at some point. Somewhere. Tend to have a sticky note on the screen? Yeah.
I needed to have one of those for Ninja for a while.
I remember that.
Hate trying to memorize the Boudreaux.
Let's see. I mean, when you only get the 2, there was a way to remember, like, each direction.
Right.
Like, 10 is heaven, she is earth. So, heaven to earth is lighting. Earth to sky is flames going to the sky. And then add a third one, and I don't remember there being, like, a mnemonic for that. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. That's the 3 combos. All that matters is the last one. Yes. Joe Cat taught us that one.
Mm-hmm.
My late arrival nearly cost Varix her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Surprisingly, I learned it on my own before I even knew of Joe Cat. Maybe my teacher learned from him. Maybe. I didn't know of Joe Cat until I started playing Monster Hunter. I think. Yeah. And then, because I started in Stormblood, so a lot of my ninja learning was just staring at the tool tips and trying to figure out how to work anything.
I mean, that was what he stressed above all else, was to read your tooltips, so...
Yeah, I mean, so I had the advice in my head already. But I remember having to ask one of our FC mates at the time, but... I think I asked 2, actually. But I didn't quite get it when they explained it, so I had to look online to look for a different explanation, and that finally clicked for me. And that was only when Ninja was up to 70. It was wild. Handshakes. Yes. Varix, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. You did pray to do so. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited older. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa, Liminsa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to Primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful the god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents really give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Varys. You may sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. I don't want to be famous. Whether she intended to or no, Minfila neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Varys. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? We swore would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I'm sure you will, buddy. This is why the effort scene is important, because it shows the tempering process. Yeah. I had inklings about that. And then obviously later on we learn especially why we were immune. But for now it's like, okay, cool, we have this thing. We have a shield. Sick. And at this point in the story, we have no real reason to think of it as anything other than like, oh hey, cool, shield. We have superpowers? Yeah. And even more later. Oh my god, child. And until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, though it would have been nice. Confirming to Thancred that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. So what's your point? You've achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, Fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Varys. Or rather, you have guests. And you let them in? Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I know what happens. I am to choose one of these. Ah, Lady Minfilia. Radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. Yeah, that's about how I feel. As you can see, Varys, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent offers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Varys' deeds spread so quickly, that the immortal flames should know that her triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Tataru? Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sill. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face the primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of a valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let's ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. It's a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mr. Sill. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. While even when you aided us against the Imalja and the dread Primal, yours was already a respected name in Ulda. Our people know you and love you well. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ulda. I like how they're all taking turns with each other. That's very nice of them.
Yeah, at least they're being polite.
Yeah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you had the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that she would want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. Well, I have joined one of you, and one of you is not addressing me by my title, which I think is Captain. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are an all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ulda. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. As part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help make you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Varix hear our leader speak, and then return here with her decision. I can't make my voice in triplicate, so... We eagerly await your answer. You snitched.
How could you?
I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Varix, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you'll be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Free company.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. 12 know that we have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Set in earshot of all three. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Sweet self-service.
It's free.
Free. I feel like she gave that to us as a pity emotion. It's like, man, you're gonna be everywhere. Here, have a cell phone. Eorzea is changing, Varix, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Free self-foot upon joining the Scions. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Satoru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Yeah, Captain. To you, I am a captain, and you will address me as such.
At this point in the story, they don't know that.
I know. I'm gonna stare at him until the timeline reconvenes. Alright. Yeah, I did used to be part of the Maelstrom, because I like the color red in comparison to yellow and off yellow. But I spent a lot more time in Gridania by comparison later on, so I was like, whatever. I'll just stay here instead.
I mean, I chose it just because that's where I started.
Mm-hmm. If I were to go on that sort of thing, then I should have joined the Flames, just because I'm a desert lizard. His Flames Erasure. Who's erasing the flames? I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Varix. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly. And often. Too few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. extinguishing. Look, it's not my fault. I didn't want to live in a desert forever. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and Elder Seetsia Kanisena will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ulda, where Flame General Rabon Aldine will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. And it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Laminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merleeb, how do we say it again? Blafaswin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthael, and he'll admit you. Got all that? I got all of this. Thank you, log window. Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Oh, that's cute. They actually they account for whether or not you joined whichever one. Well, I guess it's an order, so. Off I trot to Gridania. Alright, you're taking a while to load. I'm gonna piss. Like, literally the second I walk away. Alright, amphitheater time. It's funny coming here for not a seasonal event.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Oh my god, it's not you.
The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Which him?
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Ellison settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
So, obviously, this blue one with hand on hip is Alize. The one with red, who's looking at the side, is obviously Alfino. Obviously. Obviously.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer.
Why would you do that?
Because it's funny to joke about this. Because I'm not Estinian.
I remember, like, absolutely just, I did not like him at the beginning.
Well, there's this thing about, like, the titling that they give characters in this game. Self-assured youth. Like, this is the... I think I've read people call early Alphino, like, a Redditor, which is very funny. The knows too much about his desired thing and then applying that level of arrogance to everything. Not the Redditor accusations. Look, they're not my accusations. I'm just telling you what I've seen about him. I just think it's funny. Because, remember, I don't know what they were like in before Stormblood.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Also, if they're that guy's accusations, clearly all of his opinions are bad, so don't care. Use a rat as an alarm clock. Can you believe that?
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Ellison. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
It's like a caduceus, so sure.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness.
Same as Kaye. Didn't like them at first, but grew to like them as they had their character development. I'm gonna take the guess that I know that they have character in the raid series for this. Not expansion. This game. This part of the game? 2.0. And then I have to assume that they get the bulk of their development during Heavensward. Is that a fair assessment?
It's Alfino specifically that does.
Okay.
You have to do foil to really get
Yeah.
Alize's.
Okay. So hers is there. Okay. That's fine.
And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
I have great appreciation that I can make her stop so I can have a Tsukomi moment. Alfie has good development in post ARR through all of Heavensward. Alize is developed late post through Stormblood. Okay. That's a fair amount of time, and that's fine.
Years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive.
Her dialogue advanced when I was eating a strawberry. But the second I saw the word calamity, I'm like, Calamity Ganon? Why are we doing this? But no. Just different lores, brain rotting into one congealed mass.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds.
Stop. I can't stop my brain. Can you?
The Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable.
Wish I could. Yeah.
So
That is a
from
mood.
within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Man, that's... How about that Dawn Trail, guys, huh?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike.
When we say character development. For clarity, I don't doubt you. I just think it's funny that this is the starting point.
Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children.
Woods will be
Oh my
done. It's up
shit.
to us to protect the forest. All the elementals.
Not the first spoken word after that being, we must think of the children. Can wear what you want in these quests. Won't need proper armor for a while.
If you'll permit me, Alfie, no.
Nah, I think I'm fine how I am right now.
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
You always switch to starter gear. I would, but my starter gear is obviously feminine, and I at the very least am portraying androgynous. Oh, shit. How can I get his voice? Unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they have summoned the primal Rama. The Gridanians have no love for war. They consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet as bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood were grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. See, that right there was very, extremely Reddit coded. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Info dump, snide remark, walk away. No further elaboration needed, clearly. Also, it needs to be naked. It needs to be stated that I find that the, like, almost basically everything glamour-wise from Realmborn, I would even dare say from, like, mid-Heavensward down to 1.0, the clothes don't look very good to me. That is Mordana. That's why you wear the starter gear. It's better than ARR gear. If I'm honest, I haven't looked at basically any starter gear. So I have no... Excuse me. I have no context for what any of them are supposed to look like. I mean, I could look at the market board right now, but that would be a diversion. Ew. I can't even, like, preview it either, because it would yell at me for not being the... Where am I going? Not being correct gender or race.
Behold, 'tis the Santana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well.
Her dress looks like an onion.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ur dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing field thus, was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
But we had an echo flashback to that, no? Is that not what happened?
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead.
Sobering.
Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous?
That's a mood.
I ask you, is this the great call this living. Dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade.
So we had a humble beseeching, an invitation from Gridania. We have a call to arms from Ulda. What's Limsa going to do?
Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall.
You would comment, but yeah, it's okay.
Fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond.
Yeah, because going there right after this, I think. So, should be fine.
Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity.
Man, my model freaks out if I drink tea. There. Side drunk. We're good.
As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people. Yar for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Rauban, people of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride
That was a
fearless
voice.
into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn.
I don't know. Ifrit's fire didn't seem to do that much to me.
Forsooth,
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
It's almost like you're following me. The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning them with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is wrought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. Nothing to add, Alize? Well, okay. You look fresh. That's Elizin. Doesn't... Tancred wears something like this, right? Yeah. That's why I was like, you look fresh. Here to attend the remembrance service. Quick, the Admiral's due to give her address at any moment. Fresh meat.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Technically, all sprouts are fresh meat too. Strawberry time.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. 700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the five
This is a
seas
fishing
and
village?
beyond.
Why are you following
As
me?
the Admiral bid you, it is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the
Capstone used to be a
Guardian
settlement.
Empire marched
That's
upon
cool.
Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa.
It's gone
I
now.
swear to you, no army
Tragic.
ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom.
You say that so pompously. My guy. Chill. Okay, so we had the, what did I say? The, in Gridani, it was more of like an invitation. Ulda was a call to arms. This place feels like they're actually doing the remembrance service to remember. So that's fun. I appreciate that.
Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
What's wrong with you?
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years
Incredibly
of
naive.
tireless rebuilding.
And a bit pompous.
A bit? His name before he was given a name was self-assured.
Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep.
They're all calling to arms in their own ways. I believe it.
But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we
Here.
not do
Here's
so
the call to
again?
arms. That's happening now.
Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano.
Oh. So that's what that's for. I thought that was like a name of something, like an actual thing. Not water. For the dye.
The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
But their god's cool.
Those fishbug
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men.
I've seen a ship like that before.
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours
I know who
shall
that is.
ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral.
Thank you, Admiral. Alright, Mr. Reddit.
You again.
You're following me. What do you do? What do you mean fancy meeting? As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth, and take the primal titan for their god. As for the tribe's presence weren't, as if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Gallians have chosen to erect a fortress right in the Leminson's backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Gallians whet their blades and watch. If the Luminsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that it will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That is the same line as before. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. A phone call. Varix, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence.
Sure about that?
It's not like I was being watched or followed or anything, right? Right? Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. She didn't pray me return.
You could have just said that, you know?
Yeah. Oh. Broke pose for a minute. Moving while mounting is such a nice quality of life thing. There have been a lot of times where I have accidentally stopped mounting because I tried to move like a frame too early while mounted. Yeah. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore until they revert the change. Please don't. Hello? Yes. Okay. Hitting the accept button usually defaults on yes. And before they revert the 100 post AR request grant. Oh boy. Welcome back, Varix. Are the Grand Company's leaders' words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see why your service is in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Varix. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect upon your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. It's like the best thing ever for Frontline. Run after shooting someone. Yeah, and I assume that's now easier.
The gods only know what Grand Company our adventurer friend will keep.
So snide. So smug. Oh my shit. But yeah, to Kayla. Because you're one of the only ones in are in our circle that likes PvP. So I assume that the the sequence of events is literally just like slap someone, mount up, and now it's just easier because you're not interrupted by moving. But I assume you're still interrupted by getting hit. Is that a fair assessment?
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear
Cool.
sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
That's not unfair.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
If you try running on mount and get hit, default back to touching grass. Fair enough.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
Mm-hmm.
Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds.
He's so sassy. Yeah.
Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
I appreciate how her temper is different than... Not different in... How do I say this? Not different in degree, but it is a different kind of temper, shall we say.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady! We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
Hang on. They had escorts this whole time? Like, I noticed the guy that was standing behind Alize this whole time, but I don't remember seeing them when they were just in the crowds before. Heckin' rich kids. Yeah. I mean, you and I know that they are, but it's kind of funny to see that, like, be proven true so early, you know?
Yeah, given
The
what we
salve
know
will serve
now.
not only
Yeah.
to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
He's self-righteously focused instead of being focused on the actual world around them. Yeah. Wait. I guess this isn't a question for the general populace, but if I say if I join one of these now, like, that's different from what I currently am, I guess it would change me. I mean, I have no reason to leave. Because I forget how changing your Grand Company works. I did so once, from these nerds to these nerds. And I think I'm captain in both. I don't want to keep coming back to Ulta. Gotta be a certain rank, then after the first retransfer it's 50k per. 50k gil? Or, well, I guess it wouldn't be seals, right? Yeah. Oh no! I'm a lower rank. Okay, it's fine. I'll test that another day. The Seed Seer's words didn't really touch my heart. At the very least, practically speaking, the Grand Company office is right next to Ether, right? Apparently it doesn't change you in NG+. So had I chosen a different officer, it would have, like, reverted me back to the beginning of the conversation. Or it would proceed as if I had chosen, and then I would still have to go to Grudania. Is that how it works? The last one? Okay. Fair enough. You have come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. This is the one that would most belie me having a rank already. My name is Varixil. I believe you are expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It is a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now, let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from... Oh, jeez. Amber-sized spire, sir. A Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing in southeast of 9 Ivies. Ivies? 9 Ivies? Gods, this could not come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield, dealing with the Ixal. Barracks, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks. I'm captain. But we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Gallian-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southwest of 9 Ivies, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Well, off I trot. What'd it say? East Shroud? East Shroud. Mm-hmm. Oh look, an airship. Oh look, a duty. You're in my way. $24? Okay. Not but a stag. Adventurer, what are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Wow, none of them saw that? The Adder's Nest sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Uniforms are stingy, dude. And they stink. What's Robin Hood Men in Tights doing here? Oh, they're lieutenants. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You're an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight. We've come to rescue you. They're the local military. Look, I didn't know that. I may be a captain, but I don't command any officers. It's just a rank, bro. And you have Varric still, I presume? I was told to expect an honorary servant. My thanks for your aid, friend. FBI, open up. I didn't know Robin Hood was in the military. I mean, in his own way? Question mark? I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Oh. Did he build all the airships? There's no end to the man's treachery. The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They're not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. It's always savages, man. Think so? At least design them. Yeah, fair. Oh, they didn't see that. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. I mean, last we knew, said engineer was touching grass? I think that's fair to say. Imperial scouts from Castramorians. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. First since Master Garland... Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them, swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Varix, I trust we can rely on your support. If I must. May the matron watch over us. With me. An ambush. To arms. I have a glowing weapon, therefore I'm stronger than all of you. That's how it works. Excuse me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Imagining this to be like an maybe like IRL adjacent situation is very funny. Knowing that there's like aggro control that people obviously deal with. Oh, hello. I am not about to rip aggro from you. Are you kidding me? You're a tank. Oh my shit. Where are you going? Do you mind? Glad I don't have additionals. Easy peasy. Biggs! Wedge shouldn't have stayed with the ship. Oops. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway? Oh, I didn't read that. My bad. Yeah. The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss. I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Varix, you've done more than your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. I'm just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the Twinada lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Which? Thank you. We're very grateful. Yeah, that tracks. Reminds me of one of my friends. Had to be prompted for basic courtesy. No, I'm kidding. He's a very nice guy. Alright. Before we turn this in, gonna need a little bit. Be right back. And we're back. Okay. Barracks, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at Nine Ivies. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Outer standard. But without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. What will be done? Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do. After which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. The Order of the Twin Outer is the grand company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elisitia Kani Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the 12-Sword. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Bergsil, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance, in whatever fashion you see fit. The simp one, the fun one, the boring one?
I can't see you simping for. I can't see you simping for the Elderseer.
I don't.
I mean, if we were in Maelstrom, then yeah, that'd be fun.
Is that okay? Well, I guess I can't ask you because you didn't do that one, but
no, because I was also part of the Twin Outer.
I don't remember because.
No, I mean, if there was a simp choice and I was a Maelstrom, I would pick the simp choice, but I would not simp for the Elderseer.
You can simp for the Admiral. Confirmed.
Yeah, if I was a Maelstrom, I would absolutely simp for the Admiral.
You've done all 3. Yeah.
Makes sense.
What if I choose this one? Claims you commit to the Sultana when I tell you.
Yeah.
What happens if I click this one? Okay. Cool. Fine. The elementals need not words to know your heart, and there is no doubt in my mind own that you'll prove a stalwart servant to them.
That is called coping.
I like to imagine I literally said, like, By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of servant private... Liar! You are now a woman of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Sill, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and to honor our name. I am Captain. I am Captain. I have to say, the salute looks better when the attire isn't bulky. A phone call again? Why do you know? Can you hear me, Varix? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Captain Sill. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades. No. But I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. Oh my, I can't imagine who that might be. The distant call of a friend in need. Oh, wait. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps. As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander... Oh, jeez. Vorsail Huloi, I guess, before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. What? Oh. Do I have to redo it?
I don't think so.
Oh, hey. Liar. Good. It's still there. Don't you dare.
I still need to do that.
What? Rank up?
Yeah, I don't have captain yet because I don't want to deal with the... What are they called?
The squadron.
Yeah.
It's such a... It's not a very well designed mechanic.
I'm still stuck at first Serpent Lieutenant.
That's where a lot of people are. Because I think to go from lieutenant, or was it first to second lieutenant, you have to lead them on anywhere between 1 and 4 successful squadron missions, or they have to like succeed at a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I forget which.
I've been leveling them up, but I like the way that their stats are allocated just weirds me out. I don't like get how to do that.
It's not intuitive, and you can get away with like weird class combinations, I think. You
Yeah,
gotta lead them.
I'm not gonna know what to do.
Yeah.
I might have to look in depth on how to progress with that, because it got to a point where I just got frustrated and stopped.
I didn't like doing it, but I had fun with spamming... What was the button? Engage? Spamming the engage button before they patched that to not work. Can help later? Yeah. But yeah, before in Squadrons, I thought it was very funny. You could literally spam the engage button and have a team full of, I think it was like double bard, or double archer, I should say, sorry. And they would hit quick knock only, and you can make them ignore the global cooldown by just hitting engage repeatedly. So all the mobs would go down really fast.
That's BS.
They fixed it, so it is BS that it is now gone as well.
That's what I mean. That's BS that that's gone.
But it was cheap.
I don't like doing this.
No one does.
The squadrons are so weird.
You know what? This is a valid question, Ida. Except the only one that matters to me is this first one. Loved it for leveling classes to 60. Yeah, that is how I did a lot of leveling way back in the day when I still had things to bring from 0. There were a lot of times that I spent, I think it was Brave Fox. I think Brave Fox is the one I spent the most time in, just to get everything to level 30. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called me to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Varix. Now, when last we spoke, I said I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Because they were stalking me. Tataru, please show them in. This way says... Oh, not them. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. Yo, you are lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Godsman, spit out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. $61 to $71 oof. Has no support for Stormblood. Yeah. I didn't mind the Stormblood leveling dungeons, if I'm honest. I had fun with them. Except the 69 dungeon. That one was not fun. And now they reworked it to be boring. So, you can't win, ever. $69, nice. Always. Alright, let's just fix this real quick. Beautiful. Magitech-driven contraptions, such as airships, grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. And the only 2, besides the other one, that we, I think, ever see. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. I'm happy for you. Wow, the room cleared out quick. Silk mesh. Why would you... Localization team has some fun. I appreciate that.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you.
Again? So soon?
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ramu. Okay.
Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
That does track with personal history.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
And if I refuse, I can't.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
You know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the science once more if we are to. Ah, thank Collins. It is a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? I know, stuff and things. They acknowledge my rank! I'm so happy. Wait, so that means if you did enough side content, you technically could rank up, I guess, all the way, right? Because I think the highest you can do without squadrons is lieutenant. Fascinating. Well, if it isn't Captain Sill reporting for duty, that's the zeal I like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Think so? Cool. Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Eden and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating in the Sylphs, the curious beast tribe that calls upon the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seed Seer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the Primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the Primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bears little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to the Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut? Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from Westshore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Squadrons keep their levels between GCs, so no worries in retraining. Yeah, I did learn that very early on, I think. I don't think I changed my initial 3. Yeah, 3. Oh no, that's a lie, because you needed to change if you changed what job you were leveling. Aye, the fairy doctor at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorn Hut without much trouble. Sick. Right. Pier. Yeah, is this your house? A little bit. Okay. Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot. Particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. And their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak with me, with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're... Beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what they used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days. It's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You might have more luck with them. You poor thing. Ooh. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches.
Chocobo scratches.
I didn't know that was a possibility. Oh, outside. The quickest way to cook a woman's heart, it might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on the sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Taste the sun. The sylphs? Oh jeez, what is this? Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing mobile faces on our masks. The next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. I mean, it's unfalsifiable. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Oh my god, he actually... Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It may just help win the favor of our forest friends. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along a... Drat. What was it again? My wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. I don't want to call this, like any of the things that we know, but amnesia, or whatever form of not remembering he has. That sucks. I feel for you, man. Gonna head to bed. Thank you for being here. Sleep well.
Good night.
Oh, she an epiarist? Or apiculturist? Forget what the term is. A peace offering for the sylphs. Were to anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey. But I fear that wouldn't get you past the front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? That's what they call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the Ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I have not seen Ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. So we're going to spawn in Ochu. Curious Tussock. What'd I say? Have a shuriken. You drop anything? Okay. Literally just go kill the thing and we just have milkroot, obviously. Oh, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Allegedly. Milkroot, but of course. Those sylphs quaff about that cloudy stuff as quick as I'd do a flagon of mead. The effect's about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milkroot without the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that gauze-awful stench. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in Jokuba dung. Damn.
That is saying something.
Yeah. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the mobile that put an end to my adventuring days.
That is also saying
something.
Oh,
you were bad-breathed.
Yikes.
But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know their kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. And do stop by in your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Putting your stream on BG. Does that sleep well for you too? I know you were having trouble with that earlier. So, yeah. No trouble. And afore I forget, don't go traipsing off yet. Ameline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph by the name of... oh boy. Kabushio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous fruit the Sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder Seedseer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Why am I going that way? We could have mounted inside the house. That's like speedrunner thinking. No. Right. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. What counts of it? Does Annie dance?
I never actually tried other dances. That's a good question.
Clearly no.
Unfortunate.
This walking one is foolish one. Walking one should go home before this one becomes angry. So literal splash dance. Well, you didn't get angry at that one. Okay, cool. This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. If walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick tongue. Walking one would bring gift to this one. Walking one is most kind. Here. Beer and reading. Walking one brings milkroot. Milkroot fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye. We come to pay our respects to your elder, and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking one become a dancing one and brought milk root, but a walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Varixir is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates? Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Varix's jig insufficiently jiggy? Then you do it! I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we have no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Well. Say, Varix, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow, ow. There goes those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Nice excuse. Piss off. You're the ones they got mad at. Why are you... Whatever. So, dance in front... Oh wait, I could have done... Whatever. Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Cool. Oh. Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed. But this one keeps the ways of weaving the secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Or so you say. What does Walking One... Oh, right. Forgot. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious elder one of Forest City. Knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. Cool. Varix, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. You slimy little... Dance Diplomacy. I didn't even see the name of the quest title. That's cool. Varix, as an adventurer, you are no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled sylphs, and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hera Emidia. Of the Gridalians who reside here, she is most likely to be privy to the sylphs' troubles. These run far away. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout line of defenses. Consequently, beasts from malms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. Disease goblins and golnats. Why tell me I failed? I didn't... Whatever. I didn't participate in it. The slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie bushes as well. They play an important role in sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Camuscio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. I know my own experience speaks to this. I'm so happy for you. Oh. I was so confused. I looked over here and I'm like, what's over here that's what's it? A world fate? I'm like, none of these. It can't be any of these. But no. Lazy Lawrence. Lazy for you. Oh, just one. I'm yawning a bit, so I might cut it a little bit earlier this time.
Well, it's like, it's 11, so...
Yeah, maybe I'll call it at 30. Dancing one is still here. Dancing one can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Here. Have mushrooms? Dancing one brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey buzzy one. This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing one is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to these one's abode, but few are friendly like dancing one. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust dancing one after all. This one asked dancing one for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful. Always careful. But dancing one is not like other walking ones. This one can trust dancing one. This one would ask dancing one for help. Man, that is a mouthful every time.
Yeah, I commend you for reading self-speak.
Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. It helps that it has like a cadence to it.
That's true.
Otherwise I would be like, what am I doing? Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger!
Danger, Will Robinson.
This one begs of dancing one's help this one no more. Dancing one is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing one must speak to these ones here and walking ones in hut house and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something. But this one should speak no more. Go, dancing one. This one depends on kindness and dancing one. Oh. I think I know what voice I'm gonna use for the Sahagin.
Oh boy.
You're not gonna like it.
Oh no.
Strange steel walking ones. Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry in big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. That tracks. Shh, shh, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. Them calling their tempered ones touched ones is very, wherever Vorlons come from. It's like the trope, touched by Vorlons. Blessed by strange power. Oh. Like Twilight Princess. Would we call that a tempering? It's like you're bent to the will, yeah. Can have no other god. Yes. Oh, but it's a... That one's directly a two-way relationship, so no. Not tempering, but close. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. Couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Yeah, thanks. I couldn't have found that out myself. You again. Men clad in strange armor? Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. Simply assumed they were adventurers. I mean, you look like you're a guard, so maybe be a little bit more observant. Just a thought. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? Less than I wanted. More than I wanted, less than I expected. This one sees. Steel walking ones come from Empire. Carry boxes and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark right here. Shit. This is where steel ones hide, this one knows. Dancing One will look for steel ones, yes? Unfortunately. Dancing One will ride on steel bike. Question mark. Be gone. Beautiful auto attacks. Ah. Quartermaster's log. So we're gonna throw the manifest. Dancing One is back. This one breathes sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something. Have a manifest. I don't know if you can read it. Oh. Dancing One found paper inside a box. This is a message from Empire? Okay, cool. This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks are inside boxes, this one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know how to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping ones selling secrets to steel walking ones. This one fears for this one's home. But Dancing One has helped this one much today. Dancing One was promised to always be friend to these ones. How do we say this? That's a really ornate way to speak. Like, the term Dancing One, great, fine. But every single person is a one. Every single one, including yourself. And debating whether or not that's worse than third person.
That is the question.
I would say this. Yeah, I would say this one is. I'm doing it now. I would say this identifier is worse. If for no other reason than it is guaranteed an extra syllable. It's almost 11:30, so I think I'll just stop here. I don't know how much is left in... Yeah, you can't tell. Oh well. I guess for right now, yeah. We'll call it for that. So, a week from now, we go chat with more cabbages. Cabbages with ornate ways of speaking. Should be fine. But if nothing else goes wrong, Monday we should be back with Hollow Knight. With our newly acquired Crystal Dash. So, that's fun. Anything else? Well, if anything else comes up, I'll be writing on Twitter, Blue Sky, etc. But till then, thank you for stopping by, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.